stage recently at a recent event.
He did what?
He went. He don't do that. That's my kind of humor right there. But no, he basically got on the mic and just said, like, you know, he was talking about bringing Fast and Furious back. They are slated to have one more movie, and it's supposed to be the end. And he said that he went to the studio and he demanded 3 things. He demanded that the movies be taken back to LA. Number 2 was he wanted it to be street level, which I just don't know how you can make it street level when you've literally gone to fucking outer space. But here we go.
This one's going to be about stolen Blu-ray players.
Yeah, like no,
Doesn't
now you gotta
work.
be like stolen Alexas or something, like something up to the times.
It's a truck full of vapes. Like they try to make it younger, you know.
Vapes. And number 3 was probably the most controversial thing, which is he wants Brian O'Connor to be on screen again, which was Paul Walker's character. I don't know how I feel about that last one. I'm all down for this series to finally get a proper close. It should have happened like 6 movies ago, but I digress. The I don't know, personally how I feel about it going back to LA and back to being street level stuff. That's why I like the originals more. So like
the street racing,
I'm down for that, I guess. Yeah, the street racing stuff. Like Tokyo Drift has always been my favorite one, and it doesn't have any of the main guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's interesting.
That's what I would like. I just don't know how you can do that after everything you've done already. Like at this point in the story and like all the government spy equipment you have access to, like all the shit that we've seen on the screen with these movies. It's like I just don't know how you're gonna pull that off in a convincing way. But whatever. But I guess my take on that last point with Brian O'Connor on the screen, they're gonna do the thing with like his 2 younger brothers and just do body doubles with the CGI face thing on them, and it's fine, I guess. Like I'm pretty sure we're at a point where technology is that's gonna look amazing and it's gonna be very convincing and all that. But I don't know, something morally to me just doesn't seem right about that. So I don't know. I don't like it. I was kind of cool with when in Fast and Furious 7 the road split and one went one way, one went the other. But they didn't leave that alone because
that was the way to do it. Leave it.
Yeah, but in future movies, like they always alluded that he was coming back or he was alive or whatever, you know. So anyway, that's my take on it. I'm not a fan of this, but we'll see how they pull this off. Chris, your thoughts?
You'll watch it, eh?
I'll watch it.
I haven't seen the last Fast and the Furious movie, but apparently halfway through the credits, The Rock returns as Luke Hobbs, marking the first time that he's been seen in years. And you know, the last comments he had made was that he wouldn't be working with the franchise anymore, and that's of course after the I guess the rumors of him and Vin Diesel going at it, right, over creative stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. To shrink it back, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know how you do that. I think you can make it. I don't know, regionalize it somehow, but it's tough. I think at this point you almost have to start over again. Like if they started like a prequel series. Or if they did like a Fast and the Furious 67 and it goes back and it shows you, you know, what happened with Dom and his dad and all that shit, or how he started up, that'd be interesting. Yeah. But to now go in this franchise that's already 9-10 movies in, plus a bunch of other creative stuff that they've done in short movies and things like that, and to now go from like saving the world from nuclear disaster to now just going back and changing the series about, you know, stolen trucks and stuff like that, it's tough. It's tough.
The problem with what you just said is they left the last movie you didn't see, they left it on a cliffhanger, so it has to continue whatever the fuck was happening there.
Fast and the Furious Mars.
Because I think originally it was supposed to be, this was literally supposed to have part 1 and part 2 in these titles. Like they were gonna do the Harry Potter Twilight thing where the last 2 movies were gonna be parts. Yeah. But they ended up just calling it 10. And I guess the next one's 11. But yeah, it has to continue from the crit. And let me tell you, the way the last one ends is he's driving down the wall of a fucking dam. So like, I don't know, bro. How you gonna make that street level?
Yeah. I mean, we know that they're not. They use special effects to fill in for the Brian O'Connor character when Paul Walker passed away. So we know that they can do some stuff like that. I don't know. As like you guys were saying, they did the handoff. It was respectful. You couldn't have done it any better. The 2 cars going separately, it was just enough. Yeah, it was just enough. It wasn't heavy-handed like that was the last time you saw each other. No, motherfucker, you don't need to over-explain it. They just went off into a sunset. He did his quote, and away you go.
See You Again was playing, which was like the biggest song that year.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it was fine.
And that
It
song was
fine.
created for the movie.
Yeah. By Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah. It worked.
Fucking love Wiz.
It worked.
He's awesome.
But yeah, I don't know, whatever. We'll see how they, like I don't know how to even express my curiosity or like my what's the word? Doubts. Like it's just so they're setting up so much, like so he's saying so many things that are the opposite of what you've showed me for the past like 10 years. I just don't see how this is gonna work. I just don't.
Right.
But what the hell do I know?
There's another show that we did where Ryan and I laid out how I would do the sequel, and it was just more of a grounded based story. You're trying to figure out like who's really responsible for like the shooting of Jesse. Turns out Jesse lives, at least in the sequel, right? And you just go from there. You just keep it a lot more grounded.
Right.
And then I can even suspend my disbelief. And then I remember, to me, the point where the series started getting a little bit too wacky. And I know for some people they'd be like, well, the first one. No. But like at the point where I started being like, okay, was the one in Rio where they're dragging those safes through the streets?
That's 5. That's the one I thought should have ended. I thought the series should have ended because they stole the safe. They got all this money. They're free. Like, everyone has a happy ending. It should have ended there. Everyone was fine. It was such a satisfying ending. And then, of course, motherfucker Rock comes out at the end credits. Oh, Letty's alive. Oh,
the
fuck.
final boss.
There's more. Shit.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's just, man, you guys don't know when to quit. And then the guy dies. They do the split out, and then again, like, oh, we got more. Then Dom becomes a fucking heel at one point. I hate these movies.
They overdid it.
Yes.
Like they ran. I swear, they just kept running with ideas.
It's just Marvel movies now. They're just Marvel movies.
Yeah,
that's what it is now.
Yeah,
Marvel
good call.
movies.
I know. The only way I'm about it. Let's bring back Ludacris. Let's bring back Michelle Rodriguez. Let's get the band.
I think they won't. They'll be there. They'll be there.
let's get the band back together. You know what I mean?
We're gonna have John Cena. Roman Reigns is gonna appear. Fucking Triple H is gonna be there for some reason. Everyone's gonna be there. Trust me.
Yeah. No, let's bring the band back together and go for it again. But no, I know. I got lost with these ages ago. To be honest with you, like, it's hard for me to even like bring in anything for this because I think when it got to Tokyo Drift, I admit, is my favorite too. It was awesome. That was sick.
That was a classic ass movie. At this point.
Just like at the beginning, like when he's like fucking driving that muscle car around, and you got like Kid Rock playing in the background. I was like, this is dope.
Oh,
that was
he's destroying the fucking houses.
Yeah. That was a dope scene, right? And obviously he gets shipped out or whatever, and
yeah, and that was before Japan. Like, that was like at the beginning, and I was already like, yeah, I'm all in. Fuck it. And then the Japan shit was so cool.
Exactly. You sold me. And then when we got into that was a cool little storyline, you know. White kid trying to settle in a new country and shit. Like, gets mixed up with the wrong shit, but like, you know, gets involved and, you know, it works out. But you know, we learned something different as well. We're not just street racing, we're drifting now. That was cool. That element was great. But the first, movie in that, I love that street level shit because like Need for Speed Underground was like my favorite video game, man. Like driving game. Yeah, I love that. Like modding your cars and all that good stuff. Now that's what got like me more into it. But taking it with like, I'm gonna say when you get the Rock dropping into it, like this when shit just started to go like, what the hell? What's going on? Like where's all the cool racing and stuff like that? Kind of lost its touch. So if they do it again, it's gonna feel like, in my mind, like nostalgia of the first, if they're gonna do it that way.
Hopefully. Yeah, I think what happened there too, Darren, is that, you know, when the first Fast and the Furious came out, some of those people on the cast were stars, but a lot of them really weren't. This was their first real big shot at anything. Mm-hmm. So it felt like almost like an indie push, like an indie project, and it worked that way. Yeah. After about 2 or 3, it really became, okay, what kind of celebrity can we come in to get the big, you know what I mean? And after a while, you're like, how many more can they keep bringing in? And then it just became like a running trope. And then you just began to enjoy the movies for what they are, which are really dumb, stupid action movies where you're going to get fun surprises and cameos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I see that.
We'll see, man. I will watch it, of course. I say
Of
we
course
make this
we
a
will.
boys
We're
trip, you know?
marks.
We might be a boy. This might be a boys' trip.
You guys are such haters. I'm literally going to watch it. I'm going to watch the movie.
I'm literally gonna give
Then
these idiots
why
my
are
money.
you haters? Send us an email, podcastfresh2020@gmail.com.
If you guys like this video, be sure to check out the rest of the channel and consider subscribing. Go even further and subscribe to Podcast Fresh wherever you listen to your podcasts for new episodes every week.